Seniors, did you know that your refrigerator might be one of the most dangerous places in your kitchen? I know that sounds shocking, but stick with me for just 2 minutes, and I'll show you why this could be the most important video you watch this year. Every single year, over 2 million Americans suffer from food poisoning directly related to improper food storage. But here's what the big food companies don't want you to know. If you're over 60 years old, you're 4 times more likely to face serious, life-threatening complications from these seemingly innocent mistakes. Why? Because as we age, our immune systems naturally weaken, and certain foods that we've been told are healthy can actually become toxic when stored incorrectly, triggering inflammation and digestive problems that can rob you of your independence. Now, I want you to think about this for a moment. The same companies that spend billions of dollars on marketing to convince you their products are good for you are the same ones keeping these dangerous storage secrets hidden. They profit when you get sick, when you need more medications, when you lose your strength and vitality. But what if I told you that some of the foods sitting in your refrigerator right now are silently increasing inflammation in your body by 42% and contributing to sarcopenia, that devastating muscle loss that steals your strength as you age? Today, I'm going to reveal the 9 worst foods that seniors should never keep in their refrigerator, ranked from 9 all the way down to number 1. And that number 1 food? It's directly linked to decreased mobility and memory problems that could change your life forever. But don't worry, I'm not just here to scare you. For each of these dangerous foods, I'll give you the exact solution to store them safely, so you can protect your health, your independence, and your future. Before we dive in, I'm curious, where are you watching this from? And what food in your fridge are you most worried about right now? Drop that in the comments below, because I read every single one, and your question might just help another senior avoid a health crisis. Let's start with number 9, avocados. Now I know what you're thinking. Avocados in the refrigerator will keep them from going bad too quickly. But here's what's really happening that could be robbing you of vital nutrients. When you put unripe avocados in the refrigerator, the cold temperature completely stops the natural ripening process. The enzymes responsible for breaking down the fruit's cell walls and developing its creamy texture simply shut down. For seniors, this means you're missing out on the heart-healthy monounsaturated fats and potassium your body desperately needs. Unripe avocados are not only hard and tasteless, but they're also much more difficult for your digestive system to process, potentially causing stomach discomfort and bloating. Let me tell you about Robert, a 73-year-old retired teacher who was frustrated that his avocados never seemed to ripen properly. He'd been putting them straight into the refrigerator after buying them, thinking he was preserving their freshness. When he started leaving them on the counter to ripen naturally and only refrigerating them once they were perfectly soft, he finally got to enjoy their full nutritional benefits and creamy texture. He told me the difference was like night and day. The right way to store avocados is simple. Keep unripe avocados on your counter at room temperature until they yield slightly to gentle pressure. Only then should you refrigerate them if you're not ready to eat them immediately. This preserves both their nutritional value and their perfect texture. Number 8 might surprise you. Tomatoes. I see seniors all the time throwing their beautiful ripe tomatoes into the refrigerator thinking they're preserving freshness. But here's what's really happening that could be damaging your health. When tomatoes are stored below 50 degrees Fahrenheit, their cell structure begins to break down. This doesn't just affect taste, it actually reduces the vital nutrients like lycopene and vitamin C that your body desperately needs as you age. But here's the real danger. Those broken down cell walls create compounds that can ferment in your gut, causing painful gas, bloating, and inflammation throughout your body. This inflammation doesn't just stay in your stomach, it spreads throughout your system, affecting your joints, your heart, and even your brain. Sarah, a 66-year-old grandmother, suffered from acid reflux and joint pain for months. Her doctor wanted to put her on more medications, but when she started keeping her tomatoes on the counter in a bowl, letting them ripen naturally, her acid reflux practically disappeared, and her joint pain reduced significantly. She avoided a lifetime of expensive medications just by changing where she stored her tomatoes. The solution is beautifully simple. Keep your tomatoes on the counter in a bowl where they can ripen naturally and maintain their full nutritional power. Number 7 is onions, and this storage mistake is creating unnecessary waste and destroying the natural compounds that boost your immune system. When you store whole onions in the refrigerator, the cold, humid environment causes them to become soft, mushy, and prone to sprouting. The moisture breaks down their natural protective layers and destroys the sulfur compounds that give onions their powerful health benefits. For seniors whose immune systems need all the support they can get, this is a significant loss. Those sulfur compounds in onions are natural anti-inflammatory agents that can help reduce joint pain and support cardiovascular health. When onions get soft and sprout in the refrigerator, you're losing these vital compounds and creating a breeding ground for mold and bacteria. David, a 70-year-old retired mechanic, was throwing away onions every week because they kept getting soft and sprouting in his refrigerator. His grocery bills were adding up, and he was frustrated with the waste. When he moved his onions to a cool, dry pantry in a mesh bag with good air circulation, they lasted for months and maintained their potent flavor and health benefits. Store your whole onions in a cool, dry, well-ventilated area like a pantry or closet, never in plastic bags or the refrigerator. Keep them separate from potatoes, as they can cause each other to spoil faster. Only cut onions should be refrigerated, and they should be used within a few days. Number 6 is bananas, and this storage mistake is sabotaging your blood sugar and stealing vital nutrients from your body. When you put bananas in the refrigerator, the cold temperature turns the peel black and destroys the enzymes that help your body digest the fruit properly. This makes the banana mushier, sweeter, and much harder for your digestive system to process. The result? Dangerous blood sugar spikes that can leave you feeling tired, cranky, and craving more sugar throughout the day. Plus, you're losing valuable vitamin C and polyphenols that fight inflammation and support your immune system. Margaret, a 68-year-old retired nurse, was experiencing afternoon energy crashes and sugar cravings that were affecting her daily walks and time with her grandchildren. When she moved her bananas from the refrigerator to a bowl on her counter, her energy stabilized and those sugar cravings practically disappeared. She got her active lifestyle back. Keep bananas on your counter where they belong. If they're ripening too quickly, peel them and freeze them for smoothies, but never store fresh bananas in the refrigerator. Number 5 is garlic, and this storage mistake is not only wasting your money, but also destroying one of nature's most powerful natural antibiotics. When you store whole garlic bulbs in the refrigerator, the cold, humid environment causes them to sprout, become rubbery, and lose their potent medicinal compounds. The allicin and other sulfur compounds that make garlic so beneficial for heart health and immune function begin to break down rapidly in cold, moist conditions. For seniors who need every advantage in fighting inflammation and supporting cardiovascular health, this is a serious loss. Fresh garlic's ability to help lower blood pressure and reduce inflammation is significantly diminished when it's stored improperly and begins to deteriorate. Thomas, a 74-year-old grandfather, was constantly dealing with sprouted, rubbery garlic that had lost its punch. His doctor had recommended adding more garlic to his diet for heart health, but the refrigerated garlic was bland and difficult to work with. When he moved his garlic bulbs to a cool, dry pantry with good air circulation, they lasted for months and maintained their powerful flavor and health benefits. Store whole garlic bulbs in a cool, dry, well-ventilated area like a pantry, never in the refrigerator. Keep them in a mesh bag or basket that allows air circulation. Only peeled or chopped garlic should be refrigerated, and it should be used within a few days to prevent spoilage. Number 4 is flavored yogurt, and this one breaks my heart because so many seniors think they're making a healthy choice. Those colorful containers of fruit-flavored yogurt are packed with sugar, artificial sweeteners, and stabilizers that can ferment rapidly when stored cold, creating a toxic environment in your gut. These added sugars and chemicals destroy the beneficial bacteria that your digestive system needs to function properly, leading to bloating, constipation, and intense sugar cravings that can derail your entire day. Plus, many of these yogurts contain more sugar than a candy bar, spiking your blood sugar and leaving you feeling tired and foggy. Linda, a 72-year-old retired teacher, suffered from digestive issues and afternoon fatigue for months. When she switched from flavored yogurt to plain Greek yogurt and added her own fresh berries, her digestion improved dramatically, and her energy levels soared. She told me she felt 20 years younger. Choose plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt and add your own fresh fruit. Your gut bacteria will flourish and you'll avoid those dangerous sugar spikes that are aging your body from the inside out. Number 3 is honey. And while this might seem like an odd choice, storing honey in the refrigerator creates unnecessary problems that many seniors struggle with daily. When honey is refrigerated, it crystallizes and becomes thick, hard, and difficult to pour or spread. This isn't dangerous, but it makes this natural superfood much harder for seniors to use and enjoy. The cold temperature speeds up the natural crystallization process, turning your liquid honey into a chunky, granulated mess that's particularly difficult for seniors with arthritis or limited hand strength to manage. You end up struggling with containers, potentially straining your hands and wrists when honey should be easy and convenient to use. Michael, a 69-year-old retired accountant, loved adding honey to his morning tea for its natural energy and antioxidant benefits. But he'd been storing it in the refrigerator, and every morning became a frustrating battle with crystallized honey that wouldn't pour and was impossible to stir. When he moved his honey to a kitchen cabinet at room temperature, it returned to its smooth, liquid state and became a pleasure to use again. Store honey at room temperature in a tightly sealed container. If your honey has already crystallized from refrigeration, gently warm the container in a bowl of warm water to return it to its liquid state. Honey never spoils, so refrigeration is completely unnecessary. Number 2 is olive oil, and this mistake is costing you money and robbing you of one of the most heart-healthy foods on the planet. When you store olive oil in the refrigerator, it becomes thick, cloudy, and solidifies, making it nearly impossible to pour or use. The cold temperature causes the healthy fats to congeal and can actually damage the delicate compounds that make olive oil so beneficial for seniors. The antioxidants and polyphenols in high-quality olive oil that help reduce inflammation and support brain health are sensitive to temperature changes. Repeated cooling and warming from taking the bottle in and out of the refrigerator can break down these precious compounds, leaving you with expensive oil that's lost much of its nutritional value. Patricia, a 66-year-old grandmother, was struggling to use her expensive extra virgin olive oil because it had turned into a thick, cloudy mess in her refrigerator. She'd waste time waiting for it to warm up, or trying to scrape it out with a spoon. When she moved her olive oil to a cool, dark cabinet away from the stove, it maintained its perfect consistency and golden color, making her cooking much more enjoyable. Store olive oil in a cool, dark cabinet away from heat and light, never in the refrigerator. Keep the bottle tightly sealed and use it within 6 months to a year for maximum freshness and health benefits. The natural antioxidants will stay potent and ready to protect your heart and brain. And now, the #1 most dangerous food that seniors should never keep in their refrigerator. Opened canned tuna. This might seem harmless, but here's the terrifying truth that could be silently damaging your brain and cardiovascular system. Once you open that can of tuna and expose it to air, it begins oxidizing rapidly, creating harmful compounds called lipid peroxides. These toxic compounds accelerate cellular aging, damage your blood vessels, and can worsen memory problems that many seniors already struggle with. The longer that open tuna sits in your refrigerator, the more toxic it becomes. For seniors who are already at higher risk for cognitive decline and heart problems, these lipid peroxides are like poison to your system. They create inflammation that travels throughout your body, affecting your brain, your heart, and your overall vitality. James, a 66-year-old retired engineer, was experiencing digestive issues and concerning memory lapses after regularly eating leftover tuna from the refrigerator. When he started transferring any leftover tuna to a glass container and eating it within 24 hours, his digestion improved and his mental clarity returned. He avoided what could have been serious long-term health consequences. Always transfer leftover tuna to a glass or ceramic container with a tight lid and consume it within 24 hours. Better yet, buy smaller cans that you can finish in one sitting to avoid this problem entirely. Now, I want you to understand that this isn't just about food storage. This is about taking control of your health, your independence, and your future. Every single day, these seemingly innocent mistakes are silently eroding your health, your memory, and your ability to live the active, independent life you deserve. The big food companies spend billions of dollars convincing you that their processed, packaged foods are convenient and healthy, but they're hiding these dangerous storage secrets because they profit when you get sick, when you need more medications, when you lose your strength and vitality. But now you know better. You have the power to protect yourself and your loved ones from these hidden dangers. Every single piece of information I've shared with you today is backed by solid scientific research, not marketing hype or corporate profits. I want you to take action right now. Go to your refrigerator and check for these 9 dangerous foods. Start with just one change today. Move your bread to the pantry, put your tomatoes on the counter, or switch to plain yogurt. Small changes create big results when it comes to your health. And here's what I want you to do next. Comment below and tell me which food surprised you the most and which one you're going to change first. Your comment might help another senior avoid a health crisis, and I personally read every single one. If this video helped you, please hit that like button and subscribe to this channel because I'm committed to bringing you health information that protects your independence and improves your quality of life. Your health is your most valuable asset, and you deserve to protect it. Remember, aging doesn't have to mean accepting pain, fatigue, or declining health. With the right knowledge and simple changes, you can maintain your strength, your memory, and your independence for years to come. Take control of your health today, because tomorrow depends on the choices you make right now.